Hey y'all, this is Sascha Barros. Please join me live.
This was supposed to be the next step in the Sascha Riley story, a live podcast appearance scheduled for Sunday night,
where we will discuss a range of topics that include why Donald Trump is an existential threat to humanity and why I'm not AI. Look forward to seeing you there.
But just as momentum was building, the podcast appearance was canceled. Not just the episode and appearance, the entire podcast or YouTube and other social media accounts taken offline. Just gone. If you've been following the Sascha Riley situation, you've likely heard the interviews, read the Substack posts, and witnessed the growing attention around it. But what if the real story isn't just what's being said, but how the story itself has been unfolding in public? But before we break that down, if you want the full deep dive of how the situation developed and the context behind what's happening now, make sure you're subscribed, because this story didn't start where most people think it did, and it's still actively evolving. If we go back to early March, around March 10th, Lisa Noelle Voldeng reportedly sent a letter stating she was no longer supporting Sascha Barros. Around the same time, Sascha began posting publicly on Threads, documenting their perspective and signaling that tensions were beginning to escalate. At this stage, the split hadn't fully played out publicly, but this appears to be the point where the collaboration began to unravel. Based on Sascha's public posts, one of the central issues appears to be disagreement over how their testimony would be shared. Sascha has stated that the agreement was nonprofit in nature and that the intention was for the material to not be monetized. In contrast, concerns were raised when portions of that content were placed behind a paywall on Substack. Lisa Noelle has responded in public comments suggesting that certain paywall behaviors were either standard platform functionality or misinterpreted by others. As the situation developed, Sascha began posting more frequently on Threads, including claims about disagreements and reference to legal advice. Lisa Noelle has also responded to criticism in public forums, stating that some claims circulating about her are inaccurate and describing certain interpretations as misunderstandings. More recently, Sascha announced that a scheduled podcast appearance was no longer going ahead due to what was described as a serious issue on the podcast side. At the time of recording, the exact reason for the cancellation has not been publicly detailed. Following this, Sascha indicated they are exploring alternative ways to proceed, including potentially switching venues or platforms. While we wait for further updates from Sascha and the MS Now investigative piece, I encourage you to check out my Sascha Riley playlist and my YouTube channel. What's notable here is not just the individual claims, but the way the narrative is unfolding across multiple platforms in real time. Threads posts, Substack articles, and third-party commentary have all contributed to a rapidly evolving public record. At the same time, differing interpretations of the same events have led to competing narratives emerging online. In addition to the primary individuals involved, other creators on platforms like Substack have published their own perspectives and analyses. These posts include additional claims and interpretations. At this point, the situation appears to be ongoing, with new posts, responses, and developments still emerging. The podcast Cancellation adds another layer of uncertainty, and it remains to be seen how or if the scheduled discussion will take place in another format. Rather than drawing conclusions, the goal of this video is to map out the publicly available information and provide context around how the situation has developed over time. As always, new updates may continue to change the picture. If you want more breakdowns like this, you know what to do, because in stories like this, the next chapter is usually the most important one.